Good morning, guys. What's up? Welcome back. You know what? I just realized I actually went to bed without locking my front door. Wow, can't believe the one came in. It happens quite often to me anyway, but I don't know. I come in and I forgot to lock the door, but it's all good. It's a good thing I live in a, pretty okay neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? But last night we detected a gas leak and I had to call in the people to take care of it. So that was that. Very dangerous, man. Very, very dangerous. A gas leak, man. The house could have blew up with everyone inside. Very dangerous stuff. But guys, and look at me trying to open the car door without actually unlocking it. Wow. It's not a good start. It's a rainy day, and it's another episode of the L's, Liverpool, Leicester, Man City, taking so many L's this season, and currently trying to avoid L's. That's basically the story of our lives right now. We're just trying not to get any more L's and drop out the freaking top four, you know what I mean? But we defeated Everton 2-1 in our last game. That was a pretty okay win. It was, a little nervy at the end there because of Claudio Bravo, but we played well. You know what I mean? Even with our defensive frailties, we played freaking well. Liverpool, they defeated Sheffield United 2-0. And that was a clinic put on by Liverpool there. Most passes completed. Some kind of record for the most passes completed. It was just an awesome performance. And I said, oh, sorry there, guys. Sorry. Sorry. I almost forgot to put on the lights. But I said it was the easiest win for Liverpool this season. Easy win. George Baldock with that early slip. Bambi and ice, Baldock and ice. And Liverpool went ahead early on in the game and to Mohamed Salah. And then Mane scored one late, set up by Salah. And Liverpool, 58 points after 20 matches. They have a game in hand. We on 44 points right now, 14 points behind Liverpool. And if they win their game in hand, we'll be 17 points behind them. It's ridiculous. We should just focus on trying to get top four right about now. I can't believe I'm saying it, but we should just focus on trying to get top four and forget about winning the Premier League. It's gone. It's gone. 17 points, it's gone. It seems like this Liverpool team could even eclipse a 100-point tally. It's definitely possible. Come on, it's very, very possible. They could even break records for the best start ever in Europe. It's ridiculous what they've been doing. They could go invincible this season, and they could actually break Arsenal or equal Arsenal record by going unbeaten for 49 games or so, Premier League matches, or something like that at our stadium. So it ain't looking too good for us. It's not looking too good for us, you know what I'm saying? This is like our banter season. You could call it that. And I don't think we're going to win the Champions League. Liverpool actually has a better chance of winning the Champions League than us, to be frank. You know what I mean? To be Frank Lampard. Liverpool has a better chance of winning the league, the Champions League than us. As for Leicester, they defeated Newcastle United, the woeful Newcastle United, 3-0, man. 3 brilliant goals from Perez, Maddison, and Hamza Traoré. Hamza Traoré chipping in with a goal. So that was that, and Leicester up to 45 points. We're 1 point behind Leicester right now, which isn't bad at all. Which isn't bad. I keep thinking that we're actually second. I made a mistake in the last video and said we're second. I don't know why I think we're second. Really don't know why. Maybe because I actually predicted us to end up in second. That's why. But Leicester is in second. They've been playing well. But in this video, guys, I want to talk a bit about transfers. What each team needs to do, who they need to sell, if they need to buy, what kind of business they need to conduct. You know, people always taunt the City fans and they say about the oil money and the oil money this, the oil money that. Well, guess what, guys? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Oil prices has just went up. So you know what's going to happen? More money for us to spend on friggin' transfers. But yeah, City are going to spend again. Let me start with City first. Then I'll go on to Leicester, then I'll finish off with Liverpool. Let me run through this quick. City, we have to spend. We got to spend. We didn't replace company adequately. You could say Pep tried to do so with Eric Garcia, and now we're seeing more of Eric Garcia at centre back with Laporte's absent, with Stones' injury problems and his, just his problem back there as a defender. And Otamendi is just slow, and he has aged, and he has not aged so well in my opinion. So we have Fernandinho back there as well. So we got to buy a defender, man. We got to buy a defender. We got to buy a defender. And if you're going to buy a defender, you have to buy a good defender. We are linked to Söyüncü of Leicester City. And I saw an article say that we put in a £45 million bid for him. Leicester might want more, but they'll make a big profit from him. They'll make a big profit, but they might want more because he's doing a good job back there for them. Don't think they want to sell in January. Might be a move in the summer. We need a centre back or two. And maybe we need to let go. Maybe we definitely need to let go Otamendi now. Sell him. I don't know when his contract expires, but we need to let go of Otamendi. Come on, he's not City grade anymore. He's not up there anymore. We need to let go of Otamendi, and we need to buy a centre back or two. Let's say we need to buy 2 quality centre backs. We could look for an expensive one and a budget one to be on the bench. And it's not hard. Just do some good scouting and bring in 2 freaking centre backs. If we lose Leroy Sané, we got to bring in a winger. We're going to need to bring in another forward because Aguero, injury prone. Might need to bring in another forward. David Silva is leaving. Fernandinho potentially leaving as well. We may need to bring in another midfielder, quality midfielder. So City has some spending to do. So for all the people who like to talk about oil money, well, oh man, this one's going to hurt because we're going to be spending more of that oil money. Just to, you know what I mean? Just to rub it in your face. We're going to need to be spending a lot more of that oil money. But City I think is in a transition phase right now, and it has affected us this season. And we have to spend. We got to bring in. And we got to, let go of a few players. Pep Guardiola is saying he wants Fernandinho to sign a new contract. He just might sign and hold on for 1 more year. But still, that's a short-term plan. We have to sign. We have to sign a few more players. No doubt about that. Maybe we'll look in the Premier League and bring in some players from other clubs or elsewhere. But City has to sign. We have to sign. As for Leicester City, they're going to continue signing those little bits and pieces players out there. Talented, but not really on a lot of people's radars. Like how they brought in Ayoze Perez from Newcastle. No one would have predicted that one, and he's done pretty okay. Dennis Pratt from Sampdoria. Telemans on loan from Monaco, and then they bought him. Guys like Mendy has to go. I know a lot of you guys don't know about Mendy, but he has to go. He's a defensive midfielder. He has to go. Maybe guys like Albrighton, would get sent out on loan or moved on. Maybe Wes Morgan is in his final season. Maybe he'll move on. Guys like Christian Fuchs. There's a few Leicester players who might, get moved on, or who Leicester might be forced to sell. Söyüncü, Chilwell, Maddison. All these guys, are in the news all the time. Other teams want them. So Leicester will continue to do good business and replace whoever players they lose. You know what I mean? Because they have been doing some very, very good business. They could go to Norwich City, bring in guys like, Jamal Lewis, Ben Godfrey, Emiliano Buendia, Onel Hernandez, Todd Cantwell. These are potential signings they could make from the struggling teams. If Aston Villa goes down, they could go over to Aston Villa as well and, poach some of their players. So Leicester won't have a problem replacing players with more quality players. They could go to the Championship as well. They have Hull City's Jarrod Bowen banging them in for fun. You have guys like Ollie Watkins, and you have talent in the Championship that they could go and they could scout and they could bring it to their team and, in the future sell on again for more money. So I don't think Leicester needs to do any big set of signings, but if they lose players like Chilwell, Maddison, Söyüncü, they will have to do so. But I don't think Leicester is the club that's going to go for the big signing. And Leicester will be okay. Let's just say that. Leicester will be okay. They'll bring in people who fit the system and they'll be all right. As for Liverpool, Liverpool brought in Takumi Minamino. They sent out under 23 player Herbie Kane on loan at Hull. Ryan Brewster might go out to Swansea. They brought back Nathaniel Phillips from Stuttgart. He's a defender. They have their defensive woes there, the injury woes, with Matip, Lovren, not fully fit. You don't want all the pressure on Van Dijk and Gomez, and then one of them get injured, and then, it's a catastrophe. There's young Sepp Vandenberg who could always come up as well. So they have cover. And I bet they have a few more good players, young players in the under 23 squad. They have the players. But I do think Liverpool should look to maybe sell Lovren. Lovren is on the way out. Nathaniel Klein coming back from injury. He could be one to leave as well. But if Klein leaves, they have young right back Nico Williams, Kiana Hoover, who could slot in. They don't need to spend any money there. In terms of centre-back options, if Lovren leave, maybe, who knows, Nat Phillips could just stay there and become a quality backup player. Sepp Vandenberg, they don't need to spend there. As far as I see, Liverpool don't need to spend a whole lot of money. The way I'm seeing it, Liverpool don't need to spend a lot of money. What Liverpool needs to do is to promote these very, very good young players they have in their squad right now. Nico Williams, Kiana Hoover, Curtis Jones. They need to promote these players. Harvey Elliott. They need to give these guys a chance. So instead of spending, promote these players just like they did with Trent Alexander-Arnold. Promote these players. Promote these players. Andy Robertson needs a backup. Maybe they could bring in a left back. But to be honest, I've been thinking about it. Liverpool needs to let go Shaqiri. Shaqiri hasn't been disciplined enough in terms of staying fit. Whenever he plays, yes, he plays well, but he has been very ill-disciplined in terms of keeping fit. They have to let go Shaqiri. Shaqiri is costing Liverpool more than he is actually contributing. They need to let go Shaqiri and bring in another budget player. Who knows? Maybe Minamino is Shaqiri's replacement. We don't know. We really don't know. But I don't think Liverpool need to go in big. I don't think they need to go in big until they lose the likes of Mo Salah, who's not, gonna be young forever. Mane, these guys like Firmino and Divock Origi. If they're not playing well anymore, they need to move him on. So, you Liverpool fans, calm down. You'll get the big signings. I know you guys would love to have an Mbappe, a Timo Werner, one of these big signings. But I don't see it happening. No need for it. No need for it. Listening to the Liverpool fans, they don't even sound like they like to make those big money spendings. They spent big on Alisson, spent big on Van Dijk, but they don't want to spend that money like that. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to do what Man City does. They don't want to do what Man City does. They don't want to do what United does and spend that big money on players. And I don't blame them. I really, really don't blame them. I don't blame them because they don't need to. They don't need to. They don't need to. All they need to do is to promote the youth players. And they have some really good youngsters, as I said. They have some good youngsters. And they need to promote them because they're fit, they're strong, they're fast. They're fast. I know Keanu Hoover has his injury problems. Ryan Brewster had his. But still, these players are young. They have age on their side. But when a guy like Shaqiri is getting injured all the time, even Oxlade-Chamberlain, Nathaniel Klein, Lallana, who could also get moved on, who could look elsewhere for more game time. So Liverpool should promote these youngsters. They should promote these youngsters so they could learn as much as they can from the likes of Salah, Mane, Firmino. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You have Fabinho injured. He seems to be a little, flimsy. You might need backup for him. Liverpool should promote the guys within the youth squad, from the youth squad, and they'll be okay. And they could also look to, bring in a few signings like how they brought in Takumi Minamino. That's just how I see it. Because the way they're playing, they're powerful. They're powerful, and they're proving that they don't need nobody else. They don't need nobody else to come in and disrupt that whole thing they got going on for them. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. But guys, I want to hear what you think. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. If you think I'm talking shit, just say I'm talking shit. But I'm just speaking from my head, what I have in my head, my thoughts, my opinion. You share yours down below. Some of you guys need to do that sometimes instead of criticizing, but maybe you don't have the mental capacity to do what I'm doing, so you just say crap. That's basically how I see it. You just say whatever comes to your mind. You call people obsessed with Liverpool, and if it's why you always talking about Liverpool, I'm talking about Leicester, Liverpool, and City. I talk about the Premier League. That's what I do on this channel. That's my league. That's my focus, the Premier League. You don't hear me talking about all the other leagues like that. Now and again, but not like that. So share your thoughts down below. Let me know what you think each team needs in the January or even the summer. Leicester. Like, guys, believe me. How I put it is exactly how I see it. And it's probably exactly what it is right about now. Liverpool don't want to spend no big set of money on no Diego Carlos. 60-something million pounds. You bring in a guy like Diego Carlos back there. He'll make the defense really, really strong. But what's going to happen to the likes of Joe Gomez? Diego Carlos don't want to come sit down on the bench for Liverpool and he's starting every game for Sevilla. Joe Gomez wants to play. You guys see how good he is. Matip would still be there. Lovren, who knows if he'll leave. Who knows, he might decide to stay on for another season. So I don't think Liverpool are going to splash the cash on Diego Carlos. They also be linked to Victor Osimhen, a forward. I don't think they're going to bring in Osimhen. They have Divock Origi. They have Origi. They have Mane who could play through the middle. They have Firmino. Salah could play as a centre forward. Maybe they bring in another winger. They brought in Takumi Minamino. Maybe they bring in another winger. But I don't see more incomings for Liverpool in the January transfer window. But I could definitely see a few outgoing, like Nathaniel Klein going out on loan or leaving permanently, something like that. Shaqiri might stay on until the end of the season, but Klein, would Klein want to go? Wouldn't he want to stay at Liverpool for the end of the season and actually win a title? Maybe. So we might not see any Liverpool players leaving the club. Them that who are part of the first team setup, they don't want to leave the club. You don't want to leave the club this season. So put off all Liverpool outgoing transfers until the end of the season. What do you guys say? Yeah, that sounds better. But as for Man City, man, we need to sign. I don't care what Pep Guardiola or whoever said they're not signing anybody, or if you guys say we're not allowed to sign oil money, whatnot, we gotta sign. Or else we'll be in trouble. Leicester City, they need to sign if they lose players. They need to sign. And they know where to get these little budget players from. They know. And players from other teams would gladly come over to play for Leicester. You know, like how Perez did. Players from other teams would gladly come to Leicester City. Like, hey, yeah, you know what? Things are not that good here at West Ham or at Everton or let's say or Newcastle. You know what? Yeah, I'll come over to Leicester. Yeah, so guys, that's just my thoughts today. The morning vlog. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoy another episode of The L's, where I'm just talking a bit about their transfer needs and what they might do or not do. Another episode will come up to preview their games next week. Liverpool will play Tottenham. That's a big game. That is a big game. That's a huge game. But there's a lot more football to come in between. You have FA Cup, League Cup. So I'll be back to talk about those things. So guys, from your boy Dominic Rich, thank you very much for watching. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. Smash the thumbs up button. And until next time, peace out. Rich Squad.